Selamat datang di Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Selamat menikmati acara. 3, 2, 1.
Give applause for UKM Tari Umsu. So ladies and gentlemen, for information, our dancer is a winner and best champion at International Art Festival of Singapore in 2024. Sekali lagi boleh beri tepuk tangan yang spesial. Give applause for our dancer today. So, ladies and gentlemen, today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How is everyone feeling today? Feelings good? Wow, fantastic. So, good afternoon, distinguished guests, lecturers, students, and all participants. First of all, we would like to thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that has given us the strength, healthy, and the good opportunity. To follow in this event today, peace and salutation be upon the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that has brought us from era to the brightness, one as we feel today. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable for Mr. Emil Chong and Miss Yu Mei Ling from Temasek Polytechnic, Singapore, welcome in Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. The Honorable for First Vice Dean of Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Mr. Associate Professor Dr. Abror Adani Esos MICOM, and then the Honorable for Head of Study Programs within the Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Chairperson of Office of International Affairs, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Ms. Rafika Nala Rizky MA, the Honorable for Exchange Student from Temasek Polytechnic, welcome in Umsu. And then the Honorable for Student of Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, and beloved all of participants today. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Temasek Polytechnic Singapore Exchange Program 2024. 26. Wow, it's so really amazing. Yeah, because today is really happy and really awesome. Our enthusiasm really amazing. And then, so today is 12 May 20 and 26 at Auditorium Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. So today's program is not only about exchanging culture and knowledge, but also about strengthening friendship and collaboration between Indonesia and Singapore. And then, without further ado, let us begin today's program. So, before we start our event today, let's pray to our God. We say Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to invite the representative from Temasek Polytechnic Singapore to deliver the welcoming remarks. So, please welcome our Mr. Emil Chong. Please give applause.
Hello. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Dr. Abba Ashanti, Vice Dean for the Academic of Social and Political Science faculty. And good afternoon to all the staff and students of UMSU as well. And thanks to Madam Rafika for helping us to organize this session. Okay, so we have been here for one day. The Temasek Polytechnic students and I have been here since yesterday, so we touched down yesterday morning, and we've been enjoying the culture and the food in Medan. And we'd also, on behalf of the students and my colleague, Ms. May, we would like to also thank you all for the very warm welcome this afternoon. I would like to share a bit more about TP, about Temasek Polytechnic, as well as the department that we are from. So Temasek Polytechnic is one of the 5 polytechnics in Singapore, and the polytechnics are a bit different from the university system in terms of how we emphasize more applied learning, and we are less academic than a university. So Temasek Polytechnic emphasizes a lot of industry partnerships, where the students do projects with industry partners, as well as a lot of practical projects. Okay, and we also have we also have 6 departments in Temasek Poly. So we have the business school, engineering, design, applied science, information technology, and the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. So the students with us that we brought here with us today are from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and there are 3 diplomas in our department. So we have early childhood. So the students studying early childhood education and development are training to be preschool teachers. So when they graduate, a lot of them will go on to teach preschool children. Right? And then we also have the psychology students, and the psychology students study how to apply psychology to help make things better in society. So we emphasize a lot on the social services as well as the special needs sector in Singapore, working with individuals with special needs. And we also have the gerontology diploma. So our gerontology students are training to help the growing segment of society that is the elderly in Singapore, because I think this segment is growing bigger and services are very much needed to help them. So I understand a lot of the Umsu students here are also social work students. So I think there is some similarity in what our gerontology students study as well. Okay, so TP emphasizes applied learning, industry partnerships, and as well as global education. Right? So we also encourage students to engage in a lot of cultural exchange. So one of the modules that all the students in the Polytechnic have to study is this subject called global studies. So as part of this subject, all the students in the Polytechnic get to go on a trip to a country in Asia. So for our group, we have come to Medan. And the purpose is to also learn more about Medan, about the culture in Indonesia, right? And we really look forward to interacting and learning from you all this afternoon. So once again, thanks for having us. And yeah, we look forward to getting to know you better. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for Mr. Emil from Temasek Polytechnic, Singapore. It's really amazing for us. So ladies and gentlemen, next we would like to invite the Dean, the Vice Dean of Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, to deliver the welcoming remarks and to opening this event. Please welcome and give applause for our Vice Dean, Mr. Abror Adani, Esos Amikom.
Mr. Taufik, on topic. Sini. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya ingin menyapa dulu adik-adik mahasiswa PC Umsu. Mahasiswa Prodi Komunikasi mana? Mana suaranya? Administrasi publik? Kesejahteraan sosial? Baik, mahasiswa FISIP? Baik, good afternoon everyone. The engineable and of the study program of the Faculty of Social and Political Science, Director of International Affairs and Cooperation, Mr. Rafika. Selamat siang, Mr. Rafika. Mr. Emily Chong and Miss Yo Milin from Temasek Polytechnic, and our beloved student from Umsu and Temasek Polytechnic. It is a great honor for me as the Vice Dean of the Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Selamat datang buat rekan-rekan dari Temasek Polytechnic Singapura yang telah hadir di Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Dalam kesempatan ini, izinkan kami menyampaikan beberapa hal tentang Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik yang ada di lingkungan Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara mengasuh 3 program studi, antara lain program studi komunikasi, social worker, kesan sosial, dan public administration. Ketiga program studi itu berada di lingkungan visi UMSU di bawah naungan Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Tentunya kesempatan yang berharga ini, Institut Temasek Polytechnic hadir di UMSU merupakan sebuah kebanggaan buat kami di fakultas yang kami cintai. Tentunya kolaborasi kerjasama yang telah dibangun selama ini antara Temasek Singapura dengan Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara dapat terbangun dan tercipta secara baik ke depannya. Kami berharap apa yang menjadi gagasan dari para rekan-rekan yang ada di bawah binaan, di bawah pimpinan Bu Rafika bisa tetap menjadikan UMSU sebagai universitas yang lebih maju ke depannya. Tentunya kami berharap dari adik-adik mahasiswa yang bisa lahir nantinya ke depan lebih internasionalisasi, lebih go internasional, karena pada dasarnya apa yang kami lakukan, apa yang ingin kami lakukan dari universitas yang kita cintai ini adalah ingin melahirkan generasi yang lebih baik daripada kami. Inilah harapan kami sebagai orang-orang yang berada di Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Sekali lagi, kepada Temasek Polytechnic Singapura yang telah hadir ke UMSU kami ucapkan terima kasih, selamat datang, dan mohon maaf apabila ada penyambutan kami di sana-sini yang kurang pada tempatnya. Selanjutnya kami ucapkan sekali lagi terima kasih buat Bu Rafika dan tim yang telah bekerja keras untuk terus membangun mitra kebersamaan secara internasional. Semoga apa yang dibangun ini, apa yang diraih ini bisa mendapatkan kepercayaan dari rekan-rekan kita, baik nasional maupun internasional. Kepada adik-adik mahasiswa lingkungan FISIP, UMSU, kami harapkan ini menjadi sebuah catatan baik buat adik-adik, apalagi kelas internasional, adik-adik yang berada di program studi ilmu komunikasi di kelas internasional. Kami berharap adik-adik bisa lebih maju, bisa lebih berkembang dibandingkan kami yang saat ini ada di lingkungan fakultas. Tentunya harapan ini menjadi harapan kita semua dan harapan ini menjadi kenyataan apabila adik-adik bisa memanfaatkan dan memaksimalkan program-program yang dibangun UMSU ke depannya. Kepada para student dari Temasek Singapura, kami ucapkan welcome to Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Mohon maaf apabila ada kekurangan di sana-sininya. Mohon maaf. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for Mr. Associate Dr. Abror Adani Sasamikom. Mohon izin tetap berada di tempat kepada Bapak Wakil Dekan 1 FISIP UMSU. And so ladies and gentlemen, now we arrive at the souvenir exchange session between Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara and Temasek Polytechnic Singapore as a symbol of friendship, appreciation, and collaboration between both institutions. So I kindly invite to Mr. Emil Chong and Miss Yu Mei-Ling. Yeah, this is for give the souvenir exchange. And I kindly invite to Miss Rafika Nalar, and then I can invite to Mr. Tandenaus, yang tentunya Bapak Ibu hadirin tentunya semua seluruh peserta. Mr. Tandenaus is bring the Temasek UMSU to UMSU in right now. So Mr. Tandenaus is as the participant from Temasek to UMSU. So ladies and gentlemen, please give applause for souvenir exchange session. So, ladies and gentlemen, next is a souvenir exchange to Miss Mei-Ling. Okay, I invite to Miss Rafika to give the souvenir to Miss Mei-Ling to Temasek from UMSU. Please give applause for this souvenir exchange session. So, and then, this is a souvenir from Mr. Emil to our Vice Dean, Faculty, Political and Science, Political, yes. Please, to Mr. Emil, to give the souvenir to our first Vice Dean. So, ladies and gentlemen, give applause for the souvenir change session. And also, the souvenir will be given from Miss Meling to Miss Rafika Nalar. So, ladies and gentlemen, give applause for the gift souvenir change from Temasek to Umsu. So, and then to capture this memorable moment, we would like to invite all distinguished representatives for a photo session, and kindly look at the camera also. Okay, for all of the distinguished, and then our first Vice Dean and also the Temasek and Umsu, give a smile to camera. 1, 2, and 3. And then give a spirit for today. Genggam tangannya semua. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Give a sign U. Okay, sign U for Umsu. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, thank you so much. Temasek. Any sign also? Okay. Okay, thank you very much for Temasek and Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, our first Vice Dean. And once more, give applause for Temasek and Umsu. So guys, this event is really amazing and awesome today. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are entering one of the most exciting sessions of today's program. Cultural Exchange, Indonesia and Singapore. This session will be a wonderful opportunity for us to share stories, perspective, traditions, and unique cultures from both countries in a fun and meaningful discussion. To guide this exciting talk show session, please welcome our moderator from the International Class Student Program of Communication Science, Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. So, give a big round of applause. Please welcome Brother Muhammad Raihan.
Thank you so much, Bro Amar, for this opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you today? Wow. So, hi. I am your today's event moderator. My name is Raihan. And first of all, let's be thankful and grateful for God's blessing because of that, we have a good mood and happiness to attend this event. On this special occasion, I would like to give a warmly and respectfully welcome to Mr. Emily Chong and Miss Yomeling from Temasek Polytechnic, Vice Dean 1 of Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Associate Professor Dr. Abrar Adani Esos Emikom, Head of Study Program within the Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Chairperson of Office of International Affairs, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Ms. Rafika Nalariski, MA, exchange student from Temasek Polytechnic, student of Faculty of Social and Political Science, and all distinguished participants who we are very welcome today. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's event is held with the purpose of cultural exchange. Through this event, we hope that all the participants can get a valuable insight, broaden perspective, and engage in meaningful discussion regarding this topic. So, without further ado, let's begin this session. In UMSU, we have a lot of faculty, but for today, we already invite representative from Faculty of Social and Political Science from each department that will share their knowledge and experience. So, I will invite our first speaker to the stage. Please welcome Bro Nafis from Department of Communication Science. Give him applause, everyone. And next department, we have Public Administration. Please welcome Bro Wahid. Give him applause. And then our last representative from UMSU is from Department of Social Welfare. Please welcome Bro Firman. Give him applause. That is our representative from UMSU. But guys, we are also have a special guest from far domain, which is from Singapore. Yeah, you heard it right, from Singapore, specifically from Umsu-Temasek Polytechnic. So without further ado, I will invite our speaker from Singapore. Please welcome Mr. Hangping and Miss Alisa. Give him applause. And for the next speaker, we also have Miss Ezzati and Miss Sabrina. Give them applause. And also, we have Miss Nisran and Miss Nadira. Give them applause. Wow, what an awesome guest we have today. Don't you curious about them? Aren't you curious about them? So let them introduce themselves so we can know more about them. Let's begin with Bro Nafis.
Hello everyone, how are you today? Good, yeah? Okay, so let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Nafis. Currently, I'm a communication science student from the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences, or the acronym is FISIP from UMSU. And right now, I'm on the 4th semester. I'm Muhammad Nafis. You can call me Nafis, Fish, or even sometimes my friend call me Fish. Yeah, you're not hear it wrong. The one that is in the sea or the river. What are we gonna talk about? I will introduce a little bit about our study program, especially about the communication science studies. So our study program is really diverse in the concentration. We're learning about public relation, we're learning about journalism, and anything that related to the media and the creative industry. But it's not just about the theory, we also have the practice. In the order of the practice, we also involve in many program that is specifically targeting for the university students that is provided by the government itself. For me recently, I've been participating in a project, like a research project that has amount of funding. If we convert it into dollars or US dollars, it will be amount like $5,000. And because of that, in communication science, we're not learning just about theory, but more than that, also practice. Not just in our class, but also about real cases in the industry with the expert. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Nafis, for your introduction. Let's begin with our next speaker, Bro Wahid. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Anyone knows who I am? Anyone knows? No? Okay. Let me introduce myself. I'm Wahid Ismail from the Public Administration Science. And now I'm gonna tell you more about my study programs. Did you know, guys, that the Public Administration Science at FISIP UMSO was officially changed into a state public administrations. The change was made to adjust the academic degree and make sure to graduates' competencies to more flexible and suitable for today's needs. And during my study at Public Administration Science and UMSO, I also have one interest that every students can choose concentrations. So in Public Administration Science, we have two available concentrations. So the first is public policy, my concentrations, and the secondly is development administration. So what the difference about the public policy and the development administration? So public policy are more focused on public policies and public decision making and how policies to can and how policies implementing to solve public problems. And meanwhile, development administration is more focused about the implementation of that policy. And graduates from my study programs, we also have to work in government institutions, private institutions, or become a researcher and a public policy analyst. So I think that's all about my study programs. And I say thank you, and I hope you enjoy at UMSO. Thank you.
Thank you, Bro Wahid, for your introduction. Please, Bro Firman.
Okay, hello everyone. One more, yeah. Hello everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, distinguished guests from Temasek, Singapore. My name is Firman Hadi Kariskarahap. I am a student social welfare at PSIP UMSU. It's a great honor to introduce our department, which is proudly holds an Unggul Excellent accreditation. At PSIP UMSU, we believe that social welfare not just about the helping people. It's about creating a life that's more inclusive, just and beneficial for everyone. Our program is dedicated to empowering society and creating sustainable impact through three main pillars. The first is we are leading program committed to producing professional, humanistic worker with high concern from social issues. Second, we are adaptive and impactfully actively collaborating with government action, NGOs, and community to provide real social solution. Lastly, we are achievers. Our students contribute to academic research and community development at both regional and national levels. This foundation prepares us from diverse careers from government official and professional social worker to social welfare consultant. Everything we do is not rooted in Islamic and Muhammadiyah values, focusing on empathy, care, and social innovation as a future social degree ethos. I'm prepared to be an agent of change who address social inequality with professional integrity. Together with social welfare, we build the community and change the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bro Firman, for your introduction. And now we will begin the introduction from our fellow from Singapore. Please, Mr. Heng Ping and Miss Alicia, introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Alisa, and this is Heng Bin, and we are from Social Sciences in Gerontology.
So gerontology is basically just the study of older adults, and in gerontology we study how to prevent.
The full explanation is about learning the multidisciplinary study of the biological, psychological, and social aspects of aging. But in other words, it's not really a study of aging per se. There's a wide variety of it. So it also looks at the physical, mental, and the social changes in our life as we grow older. So the main goal of our course is to help the older adults age in a healthier way, as well as to enjoy and have a better quality of life.
So basically, how gerontology relates to us before I start on gerontology, I'll share with you a little bit on Singaporean culture. And so usually it's Singaporean culture, and today I'll be sharing with you about hawker culture. So usually Singaporeans eat at hawker centers, which is basically like a food court, but with no air conditioning, plastic chairs, and more affordable food per se. So in 2020, the UNESCO declared hawker culture as an intangible cultural heritage. It means that these are not just food courts, and they are community dining rooms where they blend all traditional food, where you can see maybe a Chinese uncle eating something different.
Okay, but before we go further ado, I think it will be better if we know the other fellow, I guess. So I will let our next speaker, Miss Ezati and Miss Sabrina, to introduce yourself to our audition today. So please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm
Good
Izati, and
afternoon.
then next to me is Shabrina. We are both students of Diploma in Early Childhood Education and Development at Temasek Polytechnic.
Okay, so what is early childhood about? It is a study of children, and we learn how to like plan lessons that are beneficial for children holistically.
We are also the future of the next generation, as we will be the ones who will be educating the next upcoming generation. So in our course, we learn in depth about not just normal children, but also those with special needs, and how Singapore actually try to involve inclusivity within the community itself, which is something that I say is very important and not everyone knows about.
Okay, thank you. And next we have Miss Nisred and Miss Nadira. Please introduce yourself to our audience about your name and your major, maybe.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nisreen, and she is Nadira, and we are from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and we study psychology. So, in our diploma, we study the human mind with our human heart. We explore how and why people behave the way they do through modules like social psychology, developmental psychology, cognitive psychology, and so much more. We also have research subjects as well. So, one area of focus that we prioritize is the mental health sector and how we can make a difference in society.
But to just dive a little deeper into what psychology is basically the study of how people think, feel, and behave. It helps us understand their emotions, thoughts, personality, relationships, learning, and mental health. So in psychology, we study how people develop throughout their lifespan, how the brain can influence behavior, and how social and environmental factors can affect individuals. This field also focuses on understanding challenges people face and finding ways to improve well-being and everyday functioning.
Okay, thank you so much for your introduction. Give them applause, please. They are an amazing person. They have diversity in their background. This is interesting. And I think it will relevant with our first speaker material for today. So please, bro Nafis, present to us about your material today. Give him applause, everyone.
Thank you very much. I want to stand up. Is it okay?
Yes.
Hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Nafis, just like what I have introduced before. Today, we will learn about the colors of North Sumatra. But before of that, I want to share my knowledge and insights, and I'm really happy that I can share some of my insights with our friends, our fellow friends from Temasek Polytechnic from Singapore. So talking about Singapore, honestly, I'm one of their admirers. So there is this one public figure from Singapore that I think all of the citizens of Singapore must have know about this person. Who is it? It's Lee Kuan Yew. Yes, it is the founding father of Singapore. There's a reason of that, my fellow friends. Why? Because the regulation and the public policy of Lee Kuan Yew is like an example leader in this modern era that I think, for me personally, that successfully changed a country to be a better country, especially a class world country. Because that we see nowadays, Singapore is a global financial hub, and it is entitled for some business person and many others as the Swiss of Asia. And it is not called that by no reason, because their stability and economics and others really show the quality of it itself. And right now, our fellow friends are in North Sumatra. And I have talked a little bit with Hang Bin before. She just said that they arrived yesterday, right, Hang Bin? Yes. Okay. So our fellow friends from Temasek Polytechnic just arrived yesterday, right? And you may be wondering, what are the things that we can do while we are in Medan? So Medan literally is the capital city of the province of North Sumatra province. As like what you can see in the slide, there is so many tourist spots, there is so many culinary food, and there's so many things to learn in Medan, and especially North Sumatra in a larger scale. People say that, my friends, when we are traveling into a new place, it's not us just going to a new place, but it means we meet new people, other culture, and also perspective that will make us and shape us into a different person the day we come back from that place. Okay, so what we're about to experience in Medan. So you can see in here, for me personally, there is only three things and many more, but the main point is three. The first, there is a whole lot of food to eat and eat. One thing that you guys should know, as a Sumatran, as the people that live in Medan, city of Medan, or North Sumatra province, we're not saying that eating food is just eating to avoid the starving. But for us, eating, especially, we're eating together, is a symbol of family, a symbol of togetherness, and a symbol of harmony. And because of that, if you just go around this campus or everywhere corner of the city, you can find many types and kind of food that you can try. And there are so many tribes that is very diverse in Indonesia, especially in North Province, which make the types of culinary food in Medan is very diverse. You can find Chinese food in here, you can find Islamic food, Indian food, and every other culture food is in just one place. And the second, of course, it's the Wallada motorcycle. Maybe from the first day that you guys arrive in here, you already realize why there are so many motorcycles in here. Well, it is basically because the cost to buy motorcycle as the main transportation in our country, Indonesia, is much more cheaper in any other country in Southeast Asian. And that is why becoming the reason why there are so many motorcycle. And because of that, you must be careful when you need to cross the road. And the third one, in Medan, and especially North Sumatra province, you will meet with a wall of hospitality and tourist spot. And there's a reason about this. So my friend, there is one culture that you can find generally, no matter what city in Indonesia that you are coming to. And it is the hospitality of the person. Why is it like that? Because maybe for some country or other culture, except in Indonesia, we see foreigners as something that is not familiar to us, as something that we need to avoid. Why? Because they are different from us. That difference make it apart. But in Indonesia, it's the vice versa. So what is it? In Indonesia, we see something new. We see the foreigners as a friend, as a something that we want to engage in, that we want to involving in our activities and in our experiences and in our society. Why? Because we want to learn something new. We are a curious society. And because of that, we are very welcome to you guys, our fellow friends from Temasek Polytechnic. Next slide, please. And of course, Right now, we can see the images. You can see the lake, you can see the Chinese temple, you can see the durian, the malls, and the streets. I want to share my insights, my friend, and my experience as being the citizen of Medan, especially the one that live in North Sumatra province. So there is so many spot. If you like to travel in Medan, you can find the natural one. Maybe you can go to Lake Toba, the one in this image. This is a Lake Toba, one of the most biggest lake in the world. And this is a very nice spot with a very nice view that you can meet and you can go when you are still in Medan and North Sumatra province. And next, of course, in Medan or North Sumatra province, we are very tolerant. We are having a high diversity. My friend, if we are recalling about the history of North Sumatra and Medan as a city or a region, we have a track record for hundreds of years because the position of North Sumatra and Medan as a city, we are facing a strategic position, just like the Singapore right now. Because of that, from the past ages and years, many people from China, India, they are coming to Medan. They are coming to North Sumatra to do a trade. And because of that, we are already familiar with many kind of foreign cultures from the outside. And there are also durian, if you already know. I think in Malaysia or maybe in Singapore, there is also durian, if you guys know about it. You can try the original durian of the Medan while staying in here. And not just that, if you don't like about the natural tourist spot, you can go to shopping because there is so much, a lot of malls in Medan City. There is so many malls that you can visit one by one that you will even get overwhelmed. And because of that, just be relaxed. Why? Because there is so many time and so many place for you to visit in Medan to enjoy your time. Thank you. Next slide, please. And yeah, that is our short presentation. While you are in here, please be relaxed because a new journey is waiting for you. Thank you so much.
Give him applause, everyone. Thank you so much, bro, Nafis, for your speech today. And I think it was an interesting stuff. But I think it will be more interesting if we know from our fellow from Singapore. They tell us about how they do in Singapore. So please, Mr. Hang Ping and Miss Alicia, tell us about Singapore.
Share about your personal experience. Don't need to read text.
Okay, so just now I shared a bit about hawker culture just now. So do I continue? Sure. So continuing from just now where I was saying where Singaporeans usually eat at hawker centers, which some would unite us as Singaporeans, I would say, because most of us would eat there as it's quite small. It's more affordable on the price range itself, and you can find multiple cultures there. Food wise, yes. And yeah, there's no air conditioning and stuff, so yes.
I feel like apart from the choke method, I feel like apart from putting the tissues, I think Singaporeans don't mind putting their valuables also on the table. That's how I feel like nobody will steal even though they put their laptops or phone on the table. They are aware that, oh, this place is already taken. So that's why they don't really mind putting their valuables there other than like tissues also. So even though if they put their tissue, some really think that it's just a tissue. So they just put the tissue away and take the seats. Yeah, apart from the hawker culture. Then also there's what I realized in Singapore is that they emphasize on returning the trays. I see like there's a dispute in Malaysia, like whether they supposed to return their trays. Like, why am I supposed to return the trays when I already pay the service? But in Singapore, even though we have that, there are returning tray stations. We are supposed to return back and clean the tables. That's how it should be, in my honest opinion. That's for the hawker culture in Singapore.
Oh wow, that was amazing. And then we have our next speaker, Miss Enzati and Miss Sabrina. Please tell us about it.
For me, Singapore is actually quite fast paced. Like, I know that there are other countries that have better work life balance. But what was I saying? Like, in Singapore, everyone is rushing, But despite that, if anything serious were to happen, I feel like Singaporeans are very willing to help out, and like they won't hesitate to offer help when needed. Yeah.
Adding to what Shabrina said, as a Singaporean myself, I dare to say that I am kanchong. Kanchong is a Singlish word that we always use in Singapore, which associate with us, Temasek Poly students, especially the rush hours to get to school on time. Miss May would understand. Mr. Amy also would understand. Yeah, I think that's one thing that I don't think we will ever grow out of it. The older we get, the more kanchong we will get about certain things. Yeah.
Okay, we can see in this screen we have a presentation. Maybe you can tell us about this material so we can get a better knowledge about it. You can do whatever you please. You can stand up and yeah, it's like presenting in front of your class.
As mentioned earlier, that we are students of early childhood development and education. Just to give an overview of what early childhood landscape is for Singapore is that we actually offers two types of centers, which is kindergartens as well as childcare. Both these centers actually provide good services for children for both ages such as 4 to below 7 years old and 18 to below 7 years.
Okay. Something about Singapore's culture is that we are a city in nature. So everywhere you go, you'll see plants everywhere, And yeah, so even if you go out on the roads or like yeah. So even if you go out on the roads, there's trees along the way. Yeah. Yeah, so for one example is like park connectors, which like connects the parks from one end to another. So for example, like for Poco Park is like from Hougang to Punggol.
So you guys have a lot of park in Singapore?
Yeah, basically just a lot of flora and fauna around Singapore. Yeah.
Okay, guys, is that all? Okay, then we will move to our last speaker from Singapore, Miss Nisred and Miss Nadira. Please tell us about Singapore and please explain to us what you've been prepared for today.
Okay, so Singapore is a multicultural society, which means that there are many different races, cultures, and religion living in one place. But like a common, and so we speak many different languages, but a common language that we all speak is something called Singlish, which like my friends have mentioned a few Singlish words in their presentation just now. But what is Singlish? Singlish is basically a cultural blend. It reflects Singapore's multicultural heritage, which combines various languages and it merges them into one. It's something that like every Singaporean uses in their everyday lives. Yeah, okay, let's learn some Singlish.
Yeah, okay. So we have a few words. Maybe you have seen them before, maybe you have not. So have you guys heard of the word called paise?
No, what is that?
So paise is a Singlish word which can mean like embarrassed or shy, or like when you feel bad for troubling someone, then you feel like oh I paise to do this. So that is one common word that a lot of Singaporeans use. Another one is alamak, and I think alamak. I think
Alamak.
yeah. So this word means like oh no, or like oops. Yeah, alamak, I forgot my wallet at home. Yeah. And then we have another one, which is kiasu. So kiasu is also similar to what she said, where it's like kanchong, where it's like you very like scared, like yeah. So like you're scared you're gonna be late, so you're very kiasu. So you go to school very early and things like that. And then next we have shok. I'm sure some of you have probably heard of this word as well. So shok means like, oh, it feels really good, or something is very nice or enjoyable. So maybe we can say like, oh, the weather today damn shok. Yeah. And then lastly, when my friend was talking about choping, yeah, when you reserve seats. So we use the word called chop. So we chop seats in Singapore. Like, oh, don't sit there. I chop the seat already. So that's my seat. I chop it.
So it's like you take that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's about it for Singapore culture. Hope you guys learned something new today.
Okay. Okay, that was unique and something new for me. And I think this is the right time to open the Q&A session. Maybe you guys from Temasek have any question to our fellow from Umsu? Do you guys have any question? Any question about madam? Anything?
Okay, so my question is, what is like the student life here in Umsu?
Okay, thank you. Maybe myself can answer that question. So, sorry, what's your name before?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
Okay, Sabrina. So maybe I can share about my personal experience. Maybe this is different because it is relative, right? Different student, different life. Of course, it's different perspective. But for me personally, I think it is pretty chill, but pretty competitive too, low key. So what I mean by that, um, you go to the campus, right? You go to the campus, doing the tasks that the lecturer give, doing the projects and others. But in here, as a college student, one thing that I realize is that uh, the college student life is very different from when we are still being a high schooler, because I think like when we are in universities or maybe in for you in the polytechnic, it is our responsibility to manage our time, and because the demand of us of becoming as an adult, it will becoming make a huge pressure for our future career, and because of that, like which kind of path that we will take, or which kind of decision that we should make, it will be up to us than other people that will remind us when we still be a high schooler or maybe like a junior schooler. But overall, I think it's no different from the other university, because I think the pattern is also similar, but maybe the difference, of course, the local culture, the local culture, and also the food. uh People in Medan, they really like spicy food. So if they can, in any kind of food, they will provide, how do I say it, uh in Indonesia we say it as sauce, but maybe still sauce. Yeah, sauce, like spicy sauce. So yeah, yes, chili sauce. So maybe there is no many difference, but maybe the environment and the local culture is the only difference. Thank you. Are you? Is it enough? Yes. Okay. Thank you.
How about you guys? Don't you have any question for them? Or do you guys have question for our fellow from Singapore?
You guys have?
Oh, please go on.
Um, what kind of CCAs do you guys have here? The co-curriculum activities.
Curriculum activities. So, what kind of curriculum activities that we have in here? So, of course, there are various, right? But the is it like program? What kind of program?
After school activities like soccer or
Oh,
sports or
extracurriculars.
performing arts. Yeah, extracurricular.
Oh yeah, yeah. So there are many, various extracurriculars in UMSU. Yeah, in UMSU there are so many. Uh, Martial arts. and it can be divided into many types, like taekwondo, if you know, from Korea, if I'm not wrong, right? Taekwondo, and also silat, local martial arts, and also karate, Wing Chun. Yes, there are also Wing Chun athlete from Umsu, and there are many others like basket, futsal, soccer ball, yeah, youth student organization, focusing on research, focusing on learning English, many more. So, there are many various. You guys can ask freely, by the way, because we are in exchange, right? And is it okay if I am if I'm asking too? Yeah. Uh, what does it feel to be a college or university student that living in Singapore? You can share your own side or personal experience. Don't be too formal. Just be relaxed, I mean.
Just relax, guys. Chill.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, it's okay. Everyone can answer. Can answer it. What? How is your life as a college student or technical student in Singapore?
Oh, activities. Um, I think for my student life right now in Polytechnic, it's quite I would say it's a bit more stressful as since we are graded based on our core modules. Yeah, so in this previous semesters we've only had like three or four like graded core modules, but now yeah, in this semester, like in our second year, we have 6 right now. So it's a bit more like there's a bit more pressure on us to perform better on all of them because they carry more weight on our GPA. Yeah, and also yeah, and since now that we are also year 2, we get a better chance of joining like our thing called like CCA lah, like that. Yeah, like CCA, but like we are now more involved in the CCAs, whereas we can join like main committee, sorry. Yeah, all this. So it's basically more work on for us, and we have to juggle our work life and that as well. So I would say it's a bit stressful, but it's manageable. Yeah.
So the pressure is becoming more huge or higher, but it's still manageable. Okay, okay. Thank you.
For me personally, it was really struggling for me because I'm not used to the self-study method because it's totally different in Temasek Polytechnic. Because I think in my opinion, in other polytechnics, they have their own ways of like studying and their way of like teaching. But in Temasek Poly, there's lectures and tutorials. So lectures are pre-recorded lectures online, and they will release to us beforehand. So we have to watch the recording and take down notes and look through the PowerPoint slides before we go for the tutorials. So in the tutorials, the lecturers will go through what we learned, like the key points, and go through the pre-tutorial quiz also to see which questions we got it wrong, and they will explain to us what went wrong and explain the theories as well. And then also most of the tutorials, they do class activities based on what we learn on our own. So that is a bit challenging because I prefer like face-to-face learning when the lecturers teach the theories and we listen. That's my preference. Yeah. So these 3 years we also have to be disciplined because it's not easy. Because when watching the lectures, it's like own time, own target. You can watch anytime, just have to be prepared before going to class. Yeah, so if you are lazy and you keep dragging and procrastinate, there's too much to learn. Yeah.
Okay, that was a good insight for me. Maybe you guys have another question, or maybe the audience have a question for our speakers today. Is there any one of you guys want to ask a question? Oh, we have 2, 3. Oh, wow. Yes, please ask your question to our speaker today. you are in the front.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Salsa from International Science Communications. So I want to ask some questions to Singapore and also Umsu. So the first, I think, for Singapore. So my question is, what challenge do international students usually face in Singapore? Is it clear for the questions? Okay. And for the Umsu, wait. What message would you like to share with young students who want to enter university life? I repeat the question again. What message will you like to share with young students who want to enter university life? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Are you ready to answer the question, guys?
Sure, okay.
Okay, I think we will begin with the Singapore. Okay, please.
So to answer her question, I think one of the challenge that international students face is they get lesser subsidies on like school fees. So for example, for this exchange trip, I think they have lesser, they have to pay more basically.
Even for this trip, certain students like us, Singaporeans, we get subsidies, meaning that the amount accumulated for us to pay is much more lesser in comparison to them. And for them, aside from paying the entire full amount for the, not really full amount, but almost full amount of for the trip, they need to also pay for their visa, especially if they're international students. Yeah.
So you guys pay for your own visa?
For our case, we have an exemption for visa. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was a good one. And maybe you guys have. Oh, please.
From my personal experience, I actually talked to an international student before from my co-curriculum club. So I can't remember where she's from. I think either Myanmar or Vietnam. She actually told me that the cost of living is very high. She have to rent a house outside nearby the polytechnic so that she won't be late for school, and she have to share with strangers, students from the same school but from different courses. So it can be lonely for her at times, for international students, because the students in the house is from different countries also. So they might not relate to each other, and they usually spend time going to school and not have like interaction that much. So they were just stuck in their rooms. And also they also shared that it's very expensive, the rental, even if it's for one room. And also obviously they have to do well in their grades also, so that their purpose to come in Singapore is not wasted. Yeah, I feel like the cost of living for them is very high, and it's sad to see because they have to pay a lot of amount to study in Singapore as well. And not much of, I mean, there are international students in Temasek Poly, but for being in the same country, maybe it's limited lah. Yeah, and also when coming here, there's a bit of a struggle in our slang. So I mean, in Singapore, we don't really talk like proper English. It's just English. So this is something that they have to familiarize themselves with. They also learn some slangs as well. I mean, we can speak proper English with them, but they also learn like our common language as well. Yeah, that's of a
Okay,
struggle.
wow, the pressure is something, yeah. You learn and then you ran outside the school. You need to learn so you get a good GPA. Yeah, I think the pressure is something. Okay, guys, I will take one last question from the audience. Maybe you guys want to ask something? Yeah, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
If you are Muslim, you have to answer this salam, right? I repeat, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you. Thank you. First, for Singaporean people here, I just want to add a little bit from Nafis, brother Nafis, my beloved brother Nafis.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
My brother.
Yeah, thank you. Can we talk in the backstage? Yeah. So, in Medan, especially North Sumatra, we have many people on with different backgrounds, their culture, their deen, what we say, religions, and so on like that. But in Medan, we have big tolerance in here. So that's one of the great things in our city, Medan. First. Second, I want to ask to you all the Singaporean people, right? I really like Singapore because Singapore is one of greatest country in the Southeast Asia, right? Right? Isn't it? Yeah, Singapore. So, what do you guys think? What is your own perspective about Singapore? What kind of culture or of what kind of habit that Singapore people do till their till your country being great than another? Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Is the question is clear, guys?
Clear? Clear? Clear?
Can you
Alhamdulillah.
rephrase the question?
Okay, please. My
Okay.
bro
To the
from
point,
A
please, to the point.
simpler sentence.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, it's okay. The question is, what kind of culture or what kind of habit that Singaporean people do until your country being great than another country? Between, yeah, you know, you know what I mean? I mean, you know,
You got it, guys?
in your
You
own
want me to ask?
perspective, just in your own perspective.
You want me to ask them about the question? I think I can deliver
Yes.
it more clearly.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Nafis.
Okay. So our fellow friends from Temasek Polytechnic, our friend just asking that what are the public policy, I think. Maybe like he refers to public policy, habits, or maybe like the principal values that is being integrated in the citizens of Singapore that can make and shape Singapore into a developed country like now. Because we cannot deny it, we cannot avoid it, that Singapore is one of the best country right now in Asia. Because of course, not many countries that can be entitled as the Swiss of Asia and can be positioning as the global financial hub, especially in the Southeast Asia. Maybe you can answer it from the perspective of the regulation or the public policy that is being applied by the government in Singapore, or maybe from your perspective or personal experience as a student from how you are living in Singapore, that seeing people, how can people becoming so consistent, disciplined, or something similar? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. So, I would say that one habit that maybe Singaporeans have, or maybe like students in Singapore have, is that we work very hard, and because the pressure is so high, we need to work hard and we need to give our best effort in everything in order to succeed. So, I think that is one value that us Singaporeans have that allow us to become such a successful country. Yeah.
To add on to her point, it's also because Singapore is a multicultural society, and that we integrate everyone together. So we all have to work together in order to make Singapore what Singapore is, basically. So does that answer your question?
Okay, guys, give applause to our speaker in the stage today. It was a thoughtful discussion, I think. We know that we have something in common, which is diversity. Diversity. And I think diversity itself is not a barrier in here. I think it's more likely an added value, yeah, in our culture. So that is from our Q&A session, guys. I, as a moderator, sincerely thank you for your attention. And I will give back this forum to Bro Amar. Thank you, guys.
Wow, thank you very much, Bro Raihan, and for the all student from Singapore and from UMSU. Stay on the stage. Please stand up, please, and we can take a picture together. Okay, look at the camera. Okay, give a best smile. Give your best smile today. 1, 2, and 3. More happiness. Yeah, give a smile and happy. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, wait a minute. We have some special for the questionnaire. Yeah, we invite to a questionnaire today. Who have done give a question for our speaker from Singapore and UMSU. So this is a special gift, and I kindly invite to our first Vice Dean, Mr. Associate Professor Dr. Abror Adani, SOS MECOM, to give the gift for our student who give the questions for our speakers today. So, yeah. Please, I can invite to Salsa and Rico. Okay, for all of audience, give applause for our questioner, Salsa and Rico. Okay, look at the camera. The next gift for Salsa. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, for the last maybe, we invite to our Vice Dean in the middle, yeah, to take a picture together. And also, I invite to Mr. Emil, Miss Meiling, and yeah, I invite from Temasek Polytechnic Exchange in this event today. Okay, so guys, we can take a picture together. Look at the camera. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, more happiness. Yeah, give a best smile. 1 again. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, thank you very much for our Vice Dean, for Mr. Emil and Miss Meiling. Yeah, thank you very much. And this is a best event today. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, everyone, after this, the insightful discussion, it's time for something more fun and interactive. Okay, thank you very much for our Vice Dean, Mr. Emil and Miss Meiling. Can beg again to sit on the chair. And for all of the students, yeah, from the Singapore and from UMSU, Rico and Salsa also stay in here, yeah. We wanna invite to all of you, not just from a student from Singapore and UMSU, but all of the audience in here, we have some special, something more fun and interactive, are now entering the game session that's ice breaking. Okay, you wanna join in this session? And to more happiness, I want to invite to all of you to stand up. Okay, please stand up. Stand up, please. Okay, this is a special moment for us, yeah. And I hope all participants are ready to enjoy, laugh, and create more unforgettable memories together. Okay, guys, this is our ice breaking in this afternoon, especially at UMSU. Wow, give applause for us today. Okay. We're going to start, and I want to invite to play the music. Okay, let's play the music. Show the turn. Okay. Yeah? Follow the... Yes. Okay, guys. Semuanya, for all audience, yeah? Hey! Hey! To refresh our body, today, guys. Yes. Come on. All our students in Singapore. Come on. Hey. Right. Hey.
Senang susah tak peduli. Oh ya jangan dikriminalisasi. Ayo kewet.
Yo, for all our students in Umsu and Singapore, enjoy the time.
Miskin kaya tak peduli. Goyang jangan diintimidasi. Ayo kewet.
Oke. Kita invite semuanya, kita boleh ke bawah ya. Ayo, sama-sama. Hey. Ayo semuanya. To refresh our body today. Hey. Ayo. Maybe you. I want to invite you. Both of you, both of you. Hey. Just enjoy the moment. Hey.
Goyang itu bikin happy. Sehat jasmani dan rohani. Goyang jangan dipolitisasi. Ayo kewet-kewet. Bersama kami.
Apakah semuanya sudah siap?
Semuanya. Hey. Hey. Mr. Emil. Please enjoy. Shake your head. Shake your head. Shake your head. Shake your head. Hey. 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 Okay.
Goyang itu ekspresi. Desa kota tak peduli. Goyang jangan diprovokasi. Ayo kewet-kewet.
Come on, guys.
Bersama kami.
Yeah, in front of us.
Itu bikin happy. Sehat jasmani dan
Come on, ayo.
rohani. Goyang jangan dipolitisasi.
Hey! You and also you.
Bersama kami.
In middle, in middle, in middle. Okay, in here. Hey. Follow me, please. In middle. Wow! Thank you. Wait a minute. Can we know you? What's your name?
Ruby.
What?
Ruby.
Ruby. Okay. And you?
Mari.
What is your major?
Psychology.
Okay, psychology from Ruby. Please give applause. Wow, thank you so much, Ruby. Okay, and you? What is your major?
Early childhood.
Okay, thank you very much. And back to the chair. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for all of students from Singapore and the student of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. And of course, for all of us, please give applause. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, before we move to the closing session, please once again enjoy a special dance performance presented by UKM Tari Umsu. And I want to inform you, this dance is a one-off culture from North Sumatra. This is the dance of Batak Toba from UKM Tari Umsu. is a wonderful dance. That is Batak Toba dance. Thank you very much from UKM Tari Umsu. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and participants, we have shared knowledge, cultures, experience, and friendship today. So this exchange program reminds us that despite different backgrounds and countries, we are connected through learning and collaboration. And also, we sincerely thank Temasek Polytechnic, Singapore for visiting in Umsu. So ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to all committees, performers, lecturers, and participants who made this event successful. And hopefully today's meetings will create meaningful memories and open more opportunities for future collaboration. And also, I'm Amar Shams. Thank you very much for as your master ceremony. Thank you for your attention and participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I invite to all of you to take a picture together on the stage, yeah, for together all of students and participants. And in this event, I invite to all of you to stand up from your chair, and also we can take picture together.
Mahasiswa bangkit, riset naik kelas, paper terbit jurnal makin banyak yang tembus pas, kompetisi ilmiah.
Okay, for all of students, maybe you can going to in front of the stage, yeah. Just stand up in front of the stage. We can invite all of students from Singapore and Umsu to take a picture together in this event, Umsu-Temasek Polytechnic Exchange 2026. It's really amazing for us, yeah. We see the smile from student in Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, smile also from the Temasek Polytechnic Singapore. Really amazing today, the smile and look the beautiful and handsome today, yeah. And also we wanna invite to all of you to take a picture together. Okay. Yeah, all of students be in right of me. Maybe you can move to in the middle of the stage. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. We wanna invite the student on the right of me. Yeah. Okay. Just join with us to take a picture together. Okay, come on, guys. Thank you. So right now, I invite to look at the camera, yeah? 1, 2, 3. Okay, once more, give a spirit, yeah? Give a spirit. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, sign up for Umsu. 1, 2, 3. Okay, love for Temasek, yeah. Love for Temasek. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, more happiness. Wow, thank you. So thank you very much for all students, participants today, distinguished guests, and also for the lectures. I'm Amar Shams. Thank you very much. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, the formal session has officially concluded. Yeah. Next, participant will continue with the campus tour session. During this tour, participants will explore several facilities at Umsu, including the library, Huma Studio, Puskibi, radio station at Umsu, and many more. So, we hope you enjoy the experience and have a wonderful time exploring our campus. Thank you and see you again!
datang, semua senang. Burung berjuang, suara lantang. Burung berdendang di atas tiang. Rakudu kondang, sing penting menang. Burungku gacor, wis mesti skor. Burungku merji, rasa domeri. Burung menari, naikkan tensi. Angkatlah topi, minat monggo japri. Hijau, hijau, hijau mania. Hijau, hijau, hijau mania. Hijau, hijau, hijau.
Okay, so guys, for the information, our moments right now is campus tour, but after the campus tour, we can back again in auditorium UMSU, especially in this place. Thank you very much. Once more information for all students from UMSU and especially for the student of Temasek Polytechnic Singapore. Yeah, our moment is campus tour, but after the session campus tour, we can back again in auditorium Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Thank you very much and enjoy the moment. See you again, guys.
Uchi, Uchi, where are you, Uchi?
Okay, guys, for the student from Singapore, yeah, you can to join in the zone, yeah, with me in the middle state, in the middle way. Okay, in the middle way. Come on, all of students from the Singapore, yeah, we can right now. We will to campus tour. Okay, yeah. Maybe you can call your friend, yeah, invite to us. Oh, right now we get the information. We go together. Okay, we go together to campus tour with all of students from Singapore. Okay.